Salut, bă băieți, bă. Dai sin la Facebook Olane. Am dat sin Spartane. Păi am ieșit că mi se buguia logo-ul, mă, de la Rage, cum ai pus și tu la RPP, nu știu ce, ai pus și tu logo și mi se buguia, nu puteam, când puneam pe update-uri mi se tot futea, nu se punea logo-ul de la Rage, se punea logo-ul tău. Și trebuia tot să dau delete la update și să-l pun iar. Și m-am enervat și am ieșit. Ia uite, bă. Jucăm Assassins. Cum e asta, bă? Oh, pe ce am făcut? Ce am făcut, bă? Merge multiplayer sau ce? Bine, mă, Felixe. Ce, mă, te-ai supărat? Trebuie să văd ceva. Vreau să văd dacă m-au durut. M-au durut cumva? Dacă nu să pun pe la 80, așa. ce stau? Delete. Confirm. Des. Felix. Exchange ca YouTube.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up. Or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars. As the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origin. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. The horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be. When it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end. We're here. Let's go.
Ce facem, mă, unde intrăm aici? Se pare mie că mi s-au de jocul.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Ce încă poartă? Ce?
I think we're here.
Da, te uiți pe live?
Da. Se mișcă și cam nasul.
Se vede bine live-ul. Cum?
Se mișcă cam.
Ce se mișcă?
Știi că e ok, no.
Ok. Dar n-am net bun, dar pentru live-uri, știi că trebuie să ai upload bun ca să vadă bine live-urile.
Ok.
Da, se transformă.
The key. You must find the key.
Son? Sir.
Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue.
Eu văd ceva. Ori mi s-a fătut asta, ori jocul e fătut, adică... Ok. Ce-am făcut?
State.
So
La vorbește
naturally,
acolo,
you
dar
dropped me
nu
into
aud
the
ce
animus
vorbește,
instead
de
of,
ce?
I don't know, making sure I was okay.
You weren't in any danger.
You weren't in
Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't
Gen-
want to risk severing the
Se aude
connection.
foarte încet.
At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus.
Okay,
I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
Desmond. Coi, cerchiamo
Alright.
un collega della mia
What do you need me to do?
Desmond.
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there. Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Nu mai înțeleg jocul ăsta, adică... Ce s-au de așa ciudat?
Free run your way through this little obstacle course.
Mamă, țin minte când eram mai mic și aveam, cred că 8 ani, 9,
That's a
8 sau
constraint.
9 ani, cam
These
așa,
are
și
optional
aveam
objectives
și
that raise your
vedeam
synchronization rate.
și ziceam, și gen nu puteam juca că aveam slab. Acum pot juca orice și nici mai mă joc, ești nebun.
Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap. Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Sir. Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Uite, pe ăla l-aud,
Where shall I
nu-
retrieve you
Eu
once
n-aud
you're
ce
done?
vorbește
Front of
caracterul.
the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Ok.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
A, da, parcă aici trebuia să-ți fac remaster la joc. S-a făcut. Nu-mi dau seama.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to
Țin minte că și
kindly
trebuia să
find
fac
your
remaster.
seats.
Not the Duke's influence.
Țin minte că am făcut aici, trebuia să fie remaster.
Good evening, sir. This
Deci
way,
dacă s-a
please.
făcut direct în joc sau trebuie să descarc.
My apologies.
Evening, Hatham.
zice că e regi din joc și intru iar. Că văd că îmi face fise. Știu că trebuia unde l-am de căutare. L-am pe german, super. Vreau să caut unde e ăla, mă. Ia, așa. Ah, da, mă, da. Uite, am băgat aici remasterul. Da, mă. Ia stați așa. Are dublu giga. Da. Să jucăm și remasterul. Momentan jucam asta și după live o să-mi descarc remasterul și continuăm cu remasterul.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Those were happier days, I suppose. Though I should.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
Set out for each of us as he foresaw, and not as we will.
My apologies.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then.
Lor nu pe la cum cântă, dar
Do you see him?
caracterele cum vorbesc deloc.
And the statesman, because he's so great, thinks his trade as honest as mine. And lawyer's honest at employment, so is mine. Like me too, he acts in a double capacity, both against roads and for them. Protect and encourage cheats, since we live
He's
by
seated
it.
in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
And she hopes you will order matters so as to bring her off.
I already have.
When she's very active and industrious, you may satisfy her that I'll soften the evidence.
Tom Gag, sir, is found guilty.
A lazy dog.
I must go.
When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not mend his hand. This is death without reprieve.
1,000 pardons. So sorry. My apologies.
£40. Let Betty Sly know I'll save her from the transportation, so I can get more by her staying in England.
Betty has brought more goods into our locked year than any five of the gang. And in truth, 'tis a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her off, she may, in the common course of business, live at 12 months longer. I love to let women escape. A good sportsman always lets the end partridges fly, because the breed the gang depends on. Besides, here the law allows us no reward. There's nothing to be got by the death of women, except our wives.
Without dispute, she is a fine woman. Was to her I was obliged for my education. And to say a bold word, she hath trained up more young fellows to the business than the gaming table.
Truly, Filch, thine observation is right. We and the surgeons are more beholden to women than all the professions besides.
Sir, that ball that set word of trial comes on in the afternoon. And she hopes you will order mattress so as to bring off.
To make them.
When a gentleman is long kept in suspense, penitence may break his spirit.
I've got a bit of stage fright.
And makes him risk another without fear or scruple. But all away, for 'tis a pleasure to be the messenger of comfort to friends in affliction.
But 'tis now high time to look about
really burning up the wards tonight. He's a marvel.
I ain't a lazy rogue by whom one can get nothing till he's hanged. A register of the gang. Crook-fingered Jack.
Nasty business.
A year and a half in the service. Let me see how much to stop.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Stateside balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That man there! Seize him!
Whatever's happened?
A man was killed in the I've done no wrong! I searched him. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon.
No
pushing, please.
Peace, friends. There's no danger.
It happened right at that balcony.
What are those men doing in there?
Order! We must have order! Order! We must have order!
Imbecile! Where are you going?
I need to get out. Too close in here.
I'm searching on here. You search down there. Very well. Find anyone, give a shout.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command. Although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Some fresh air might do me good.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Finish the hotty-dotty!
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, Pat, call this off. If the captain
To
sees us...
hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
Give him a douse on the dust!
I'm ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
Anoint him with the oil of gladness already! I want my money!
Do you yield?
Never! How do you like these odds?
What's the meaning of this?
Captain,
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
these thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard. Your problems...
Da, închidem și aici și o să caut remasterul și